The Bible isn't just an ancient book. From Genesis to Revelation, it tells the story of a promise, a Redeemer who would come. Today, we're diving into how the Old Testament points to Jesus, how prophecy was fulfilled in the New Testament, and how that same faith has grown into the movement we see across the world today. The Old Testament begins with creation, God creating a perfect world and humanity in His image. But then comes the fall. Adam and Eve's sin breaks that perfection. Yet, even in that moment, God makes a promise. Genesis 3:15. I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. That's the first prophecy of Jesus, the one who would crush evil forever. Then the story unfolds. Abraham. God promises that through his descendants, all nations will be blessed. Genesis 12:3. David. God promises a king whose throne will last forever. 2 Samuel 7:16. Every prophet, every sacrifice, every psalm, all point forward to the coming Messiah. Isaiah 53 describes him perfectly. He was pierced for our transgressions, crushed for our iniquities. Written 700 years before Jesus was born. Then, silence. For 400 years between Malachi and Matthew, no prophet speaks. And suddenly, in a small town called Bethlehem, the promise comes to life. Jesus is born of a virgin, fulfilling Isaiah 7:14. He is called Emmanuel, God with us. He walks among us, healing the sick, loving the broken, forgiving sinners, and revealing the heart of God. He fulfills over 300 prophecies from the Old Testament. Born in Bethlehem, Micah 5:2. Betrayed for 30 pieces of silver, Zechariah 11-12. Crucified, Psalm 22. Buried among the rich, Isaiah 53:9. And resurrected on the third day, Hosea 6:2. Jesus didn't come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. Matthew 5:17. Through his death and resurrection, he became the final sacrifice. No more animal offerings, no more priestly intermediaries. Now we can come directly to God. Then comes the birth of the church in Acts. The disciples, once fearful, are filled with the Holy Spirit. They preach the gospel to the ends of the earth, and within a few decades, Christianity spreads across the Roman Empire. The message of Jesus didn't stop in Jerusalem. It moved through persecution, through empires, through centuries of change. Yet it never died. From the early church fathers to the Reformation, to the modern revival movements, the faith has adapted, translated, and reached every nation. Today, over 2.4 billion people profess Jesus Christ as Lord. No empire, no ideology, no persecution has ever stopped that truth. As Jesus said in Matthew 24-14, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. The Old Testament was the promise. The New Testament was the fulfillment. And today, we live in the continuation of that story. We're called not just to believe, but to carry that same light forward, to live as witnesses that Jesus is alive, and His word still transforms lives. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. So whether you're struggling in your faith, searching for truth, or just curious about how this all connects, remember this. It's not just history, it's His story.